Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time to get into this latest episode of Survivor. This was a chaotic episode. It did not disappoint. It was pretty good. Trust nobody, save nobody. I don't know. Survivor was a mess last night. I can't wait to get into it. Hey, Dr. Ivy girl. I promise y'all, like 5 seconds before I hit the live button, my son called me and he started asking about some college stuff. And now I done lost my whole train of thought, but I'm getting it back together. I'm getting it back together. Hey, Eric. Hey, Dejan. I kind of want to do things a little bit different in the videos now that we're getting closer to the end of the game. I kind of want to talk, we're going to talk about the episode, and then I kind of want to talk about the winning, not necessarily the winning edit, but who I think is in the lead and who I think made a really bad move, because I think Genevieve and her pettiness for all people of Rome. But I mean, of everybody else in the game that went home, you want to be petty over Rome? Genevieve girl, I think I think her wanting Saul out so bad cost her the game. And let's just talk about it while we're here. We're going to skip along. Because really, before the chaos, they weren't really on nothing anyway. Rome did Genevieve so wrong. Like Rome, number one, Genevieve, you saw how Rome was treating that man. He was very disrespectful, very much in that man's personal space, wouldn't give him any reprieve, wouldn't let him catch his breath. He couldn't even go to the bathroom by himself with Rome lingering around. So I don't understand why Genevieve was so pressed. And then even after I think she flipped the vote to get Keyshawn out. Right after that, Rome was talking mess about you, Genevieve. I mean, he was going back saying you wanted so-and-so out and you was only using Saul, and you got in the confessionals and said all of that was true, but Rome didn't have to say nothing. So Rome was running his mouth over you. And so all of a sudden, Rome is this big chaotic player. He causing chaos at the merge. Everyone wants him out. Now, yes, Saul probably wanted him out the most, but everybody wanted Rome out. And here you go. I'm a little bit petty. I need some revenge for my boy Rome. I'm so happy, you got revenge for Rome, but too bad you're going to be sitting on the jury and Rome ain't about to do nothing for you. Anyway, we're going to get into the episode. We're going to get into the episode. Hey, Glenda girl, I saw you up in the chat earlier, but I was on my rant about Genevieve. What you said, Dejan, Genevieve is not winning. She not after this week. I think I see you saying it. I ain't read the whole comment. Y'all know how I am with reading. I'm bad at it. But I feel like Genevieve just likes to make big moves and do things to go against the grain just to say she did it or just to see if she can do it. And it's nothing wrong with that if that's what you came on Survivor for. But I would go on Survivor to win $1 million, not just to be, I'm surprised I pulled that off. No, we're just going to go ahead and vote out Kyle so he could start winning all the immunity challenges and push on to the next week. Or we just going to finish what we started and go ahead and get rid of Sam. And we can do what we going to push on to the next, I say week, but it's probably the next day on the island. But we're going to push on to the next week. I don't get Genevieve. But you had your way, girl. Let's see if it works out for you. All right, everybody saying what's up to everybody in the chat. Let's get into the episode. Now, y'all know my memory bad and I ain't take notes. Who went home last week? It probably was another blindside. Oh, Sierra, the first jury member. So we get back and everybody is talking about, what they doing, talking about Sierra vote. Sam is pissed. He wants revenge on Andy. He wants revenge on Saul. He wants revenge on everybody who voted out Sierra, which is everybody. Everybody but yourself, right? And Rachel. So I guess that's all you got is Rachel. And Sam wants to be chaotic, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Now, it's time for the immunity challenge super early. And I was wondering, like, why are we doing the immunity challenge in the first 10 minutes of the episode? Like, what else we about to do for the rest of this? But anyway, we see what happened. They break up into pairs and they decided to pick pairs. I forgot, it was Caroline and Sue. I know Kyle said he picked Gabe because he know he could beat Gabe. It turned out to be Saul and Teeny, Sam and Andy. I was surprised Sam would want to work with Andy. And I already forgot the last couple. Gabe and Kyle. Oh, Genevieve and damn. Who was Genevieve's partner? Was Genevieve and Sue? So it had to be Teeny and Saul. Teeny and Saul. Okay, those were the partners. Everybody picked whatever. Let's move on with it. Now, why y'all want to show us picking partners, but y'all didn't show the schoolyard pick when y'all never did a schoolyard pick before? Whatever, editing room floor. It's one of these knockout obstacle courses. We've seen them a million times, and that wasn't even that exciting. The best part was the first two pairs, which is 4 people that don't make it to the next stage, lose their vote, but they may have an opportunity to win it back. Okay, so really all the stakes are on the line because the last 2 pair, which is 4 people, they win a reward, which was some grilled cheese sandwiches. It was something like that. And some salt and vinegar chips and a Coke. And that's what they want to reward. And they also, they got something else. Oh, they got to play for immunity individually after they got to the final 2 teams, which is the final 4. Okay. Glenda, you knew Gabe was going to win. I didn't think of it like that, but you're right. Everybody did want Gabe out at the beginning of the episode. This is another thing that we learned from Rome. Why are we talking about who we want out next before we even see who win the immunity challenge? At least wait and see and then start talking about it. But whatever, I don't care. It was only for 5 minutes because they got right into the challenge this episode. Angie, those I knew they wasn't salt and vinegar chips, but I had to put a little taste on it. Don't nobody want no plain chips. I personally like the cheddar. Is it the cheddar, sour cream, and onion? Or a good old fashioned? No, if I get barbecue, it have to be a certain brand because not everybody do barbecue chips good. And I find that the generic chips have the best barbecue chips, like the Kroger brand have the best barbecue chips. Or if you go to Aldi's, the Aldi's brand or whatever that cheapest brand in Aldi's, they have some good barbecue chips. But anyway, off of the chips. See, everybody talking about chips in the chat now. I'm about to get sidetracked. Now, when we talk about who about to lose their vote, I immediately said Sue and Genevieve about to lose their vote, along with, who else was it? Caroline. Who was Caroline's partner? Damn it, I said it and I forgot it. Caroline. I done forgot Caroline's partner that fast. And Rachel. Okay, Rachel. I immediately thought, okay, the girl's about to lose their vote because it's going to be hard to dig in that sand and the guys are just stronger. The girls are about to lose the vote. Here we go. Andy and damn Sam done lost their damn vote because they're so strong. They done told a string up off their bag and now they got to dig deep into the sand to actually get a hold of the sled and pull it out. I still thought Andy and Sam would pull it off. Like, I was like, they're gonna pull that sled out. I don't understand how they couldn't pull it out if they had the string, which means it had to already be close to the surface. I don't understand how they couldn't grab hold of it and pull it out. I don't know what Andy and Sam was over there doing, but they lost their vote, and I did not care. I did not care. I said, you better go, Sue and Genevieve, and keep y'all vote. So that was stage one. The next stage, they had to do something. I remember the balance beam and sliding down the mountain. I forgot what they did before the balance beam, but who cares? The way Kyle and Gabe, it's too many names still. Kyle and Gabe, weren't they in last place at the balance beam? They got there on that balance beam with like bloop, 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 and they was over it. Saul fell his ass in the pit, but they still beat Genevieve and Sue. I don't know what Genevieve was over there doing. I guess she was thinking about getting Saul out, and she lost focus of the balance beam. And Saul, he went bloop, bloop, and they won it. And then the last one was where they have to put their feet in their arms and kind of anchor themselves on the wall and slowly come down to a slither. Like, that last foothold might as well just be plain wall. They might as well just let it be wall to wall, because that little slither of a foothold. And Jeff said, this is painful. I'm sorry for chewing gum. This is my neuro gum, my caffeinated gum that keep me up. So I had to chew a little bit of my caffeinated gum to make it through these lives, because work has worked me. I'm telling you, I have earned every cent, every last penny of my paycheck. I'm tired. Your girl is tired, but back to survival. So everyone's hanging on the wall. Teeny drops, Saul drops. Then is, of course, the blue tribe is Gabe versus Kyle. I really thought Kyle was about to get the fourth win, but Gabe takes it. Shout out to Gabe for winning immunity. But you immediately, editors, we have to see Gabe try to do a touchdown dance. I was like, what is he over here doing? Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper, what is Gabe over here doing? He doing the Super Bowl shuffle. Is he trying to be Coach Prime? Like, just get your necklace and go sit down. Get your necklace and go sit down. You see, nobody was going up for you. Nobody was going up for your shuffle. But anyway, it's time to talk about who getting voted out. First, the people who have the grilled cheese sandwiches and the jalapeno pepper chips, they are saying it's time to go ahead and just get out Sam. We already got Sierra. Yes, that dance was a fool. It was a fool. We already got Sierra. Let's just go ahead and get out Sam. And I was like, cool, Jeff. Why we start the episode, the challenge 45 minutes early when we can ready to vote out Sam, and that's it. Though I don't understand why not Kyle, but I guess you can't discuss voting Kyle out when he's sitting there eating the grilled cheese sandwich with you. So Sam it is. And what's so funny, they was like, yeah, we got Genevieve and Sue, because Sue was in Gabe's back pocket. And by the end of this episode, Sue, it ain't a good look. But anyway, so they saying, well, we know the last thing that's gonna happen is Sue gonna come up and say, let's vote out Saul. So it's Sam. But mind you, Genevieve is in Sue's ear at the middle section, the two people that didn't win, didn't lose, talking about Saul. In her confessionals, we already went over this. She mad that Saul led the charge to get Rome out, but I don't even remember if Saul led that charge. He just didn't like Rome, and he didn't care that it was time for Rome to go home. Rome was up there lying on everybody, telling everybody business. So Rome had to go. Genevieve, I hate you did this. But anyway, I just hate you did this. I'm still rooting for you, girl. I still like you. But she done convinced Sue. But Sue over here talking about, well, we'll vote with you, but you got to be the one to tell Gabe. We're going to discuss if that was good or bad later. Now, over here with everybody who lost their vote, they playing Jenga with some wooden cards, and whoever make the Jenga thing fall first lost their vote. I thought that was a womp, Jeff. I don't care about them building cards, reverse Jenga, whatever y'all want to call it. That was boring. I mean, no, it wasn't. It was a little bit exciting to see them stack them cards. I will admit, I was a little bit of tension, like, ooh, it's about to fall. Ooh. But it was boring in the fact that three people got their vote back and one person would lose their vote. I thought if we're going to make people lose their votes in challenges and they have to win them back, I like that season. I guess you said everybody can't lose that vote. What season was that? They had a math problem or a word problem. And if you got the word problem right, you won your vote back, but nobody could get the problem. Nobody could do math. So I guess they said we gonna get, I don't know, just make the puzzle easier, but I guess you don't want to make it too easy where everybody gets their vote. I thought it would have been more interesting if they would have at least said half of y'all get y'all vote back. Like maybe we do 2 rounds. In the first round, you lose, you lost your vote. The second round, if you lose, you lost your vote too. Like I just felt like 3 out of the 4 was too much if we gonna take it away. But that's just me. And let me take the gum out. And I feel the strategy would have been better if more than one person lost their vote either, because maybe it would have been even more chaotic, but it was chaotic enough. Anyway, so Caroline lost her vote. Back to Saul. We get back to the beach. Everybody's... I miss the days when people would just sit around the fire and be like, it's your turn to go home tonight. It's too much telephone going on. But anyway, they have to fill in the yellow team. Sam, Andy, Rachel. Nobody care about Caroline because she ain't got no vote. And shout out to Caroline for understanding, like, I can't be the leader of a vote. All I can do is hope it's not me and talk people away from it being me. But whatever they're going to do because I can't vote. So I like Caroline's confession. I really like Caroline. I think if she can get away from Gabe, her and Sue can do some big things in the game. But anyway, moving forward, we're going to talk about the Blue Tribe too, because I want to talk about how I feel like the Blue Tribe is extremely powerful. But first, somebody tells Rachel. Rachel tells Sam. She tells Sam, don't tell Saul. Wait a minute. Can we read Rachel yet? We're going to wait. No, we're going to read Rachel now. But maybe we shouldn't read her too much because I really don't remember the scene. I'm trying to remember in my mind how much fight back did Rachel give when she heard the vote was Saul? Because there's still a voting block of 3, the Yellow Tribe. Because they done, Andy gonna flip-flop, but we don't know. If the Yellow Tribe was against it, they could have convinced maybe Sue. Who else on the Blue Tribe? Kyle, that Saul ain't it. Saul likes Kyle. I mean, Kyle likes Saul. Maybe they could have pushed for who was the second option? Oh, it was either going to be Sue or Kyle. So, but Rachel don't owe Sue or Kyle nothing. They was going to vote your ass out last week. Saul is the one who saved you. I don't understand why she didn't even be like, did we think about anybody else? What about, Kyle? He doesn't have the, I don't know. I feel like I ain't like seeing that Rachel. Even though, I still think you had the best move of the game, putting that rice in your back pocket. Justice for the rice continually. But I ain't like how it was like, damn, he just saved you one tribal council ago. And in the very next tribal council, you wrote his name down. You ain't even do a burn vote like they do over there on the challenge. You didn't even burn a vote. You could have put a vote on anybody. You could have put a vote on Who would have been a good Kel? You could have put another vote on Sam. You voted for his ass last week. We gonna get to that DM Rocks because I ain't got to the blue team yet. But anyway, Saul finds out that it's his name, and he tells Sam, "Why we not doing Kyle? Like, why is it me?" I kind of agree. Like, I don't think in the eyes of the jury, the people who will be on the jury, Saul is a threat for a win. I don't think, I mean, maybe once he dropped that he was the one who slid Rachel that note. But other than that, Saul really hasn't done any resume building moves. He's just scratching and surviving. Saul has been scratching and surviving since episode 1. So I just don't feel like, I don't understand why he was the vote over Kyle or anybody on the damn Blue Tribe. We're about to get to the Blue Tribe. So she is so wrong for voting out. It ain't no loyalty. It ain't no, you gave me a round. Let me at least get you one round. Like, I might vote you out on the second tribal council, but not the very next tribal council. I mean, but anyway, back to what I was talking about because I forgot. Anyway, the vote did go get flipped on Kyle. Then it got flipped on Sue. And then based on the edit in the confessionals, everyone is like, we only got 10 seconds. When the sun go down, we got to get to marching the tribal council. And the sun is getting ready to go down. So nobody really knew who to vote for. Tribal council was so good. Tribal council was so good. Because this is one of the very first times that I've actually seen Jeff let the chaos in the live tribal go on in the background while he's still interviewing people and people are still asking questions. Because Jeff was very much asking, I think he was asking Caroline and at one point asking Gabe or whoever questions, and they're talking about the game, and Saul and him over the, it's Sue, right? Sue? You doing Sue? And then they talking, and the red team over here with Sam talking about, wait, it's Kyle. What you talking about, Sue? I thought Kyle. Now, the whole time this chaos is going on, they're answering Jeff, but they're like, well, damn, Jeff, I kind of need to lean back and see what the vote gonna be because you over here talking about the game and they could have my name in their mouth. We don't know. So here we go. It's a live tribal council. And I love a live tribal council because I love to be surprised about who goes home. I don't like, who can't burn a vote? I will burn, just lie. The whole point is be like, I voted for Saul. I don't know who voted for Caroline. Like, I would have voted for Caroline. Like, I don't know who voted for Caroline. I voted for Saul. You know, just lie. But anyway, I like to not know who's going home. So when the votes came out, I had no clue who was going home. Like, I really thought it was going to be Sue. Because when he asked, did anybody want to play an idol? I'm looking like, Sue, you better pull it out, girl. Because Sue was looking very concerned. Because for whatever reason, she never got up and got in the mix. Let's pause it right here. This is where we have to talk about how powerful the Blue Tribe is and how not voted. Like, if they don't vote out a blue person next week, go ahead and give one of them the game. Go ahead and give one of them the game if you all do not vote out a blue next week. Because who has the idols? Well, Rachel has an idol. I don't know. But let's talk about how I feel the Blue Tribe is extremely powerful. The Blue Tribe didn't get up during the live tribal council. Sue and Kyle were like, I know they ain't got our names in their mouth, so we ain't got to get up. We don't really give a damn. Gabe is telling everybody he's the leader. He's the leader of the pack. It's the plan. Like, and mind you, I don't know what their plan is because the edit was chaotic and I enjoyed it. So I think the only one who got in the mix was Caroline. And Caroline had to hear Sue's name. But I'd be like, Caroline, why you even out your seat? You can't even write nothing on the parchment, girl. Go sit back down. I would have told Caroline to have a seat. I don't know why I have to be so messy. My best friend says that all the time, like, you just can't be right. You just got to be extra. Yeah, I would have told Caroline to go sit down. You can't even vote this week, girl. But anyway, so as I was looking back on how Tribal Council went down, I was like, yeah, Gabe really does run the Blue Tribe. Like, he really does run the Blue Tribe because nobody got up. The Blue Tribe went into Tribal Council knowing it was going to be Saul, period. They didn't care what Genevieve and them was talking about Sue over here. They didn't care what Teeny and them was talking about Kyle over there. They locked in on Saul, and it was Saul, period. And you know, when it's a live Tribal Council going on, everybody is up. Everybody is nervous. The fact that Sue's name was in the mix, but the fact that Sue didn't even get up to hear that her name was in the mix, didn't even get nervous enough to the point to play her idol just in case. The Blue Tribe is on. It's the Blue Tribe's game. Like, this lady wasn't even shook up enough, and this man was literally 6 inches from her whispering her name, and she didn't even get shook to the point to even touch her idol. The Blue Tribe was locked on Saul, which tells me the Blue Tribe is running the game, and it wasn't even the Blue Tribe's idea. Gabe's hair is everything. Let me think of what his hair looked like, because I can't recall. Is it in 2 braids? But yeah, I feel like next week, I know Sue doesn't like Kyle, but I really feel like Gabe runs Sue. And if Gabe said Kyle ain't going, Kyle isn't going to go. If they let another Tribal Council go where, like, say next week they vote out Genevieve or next week they vote out Sam, I'm going to put my money on a Blue Tribe member winning the game. So next week is going to tell it all. The fact that Sam has won every immunity challenge since you could get to an individual immunity challenge. I mean, not Sam, but Kyle. Kyle should have went. Kyle should have been an easy vote. We should have been watching them bullshitting, painting bracelets and other stuff. It should have been an easy week. Kyle is gone. I don't understand. I don't understand. I think people just like making moves to make moves. But let's get back to the vote. Of course, Saul goes home. He's blindsided. I feel bad for Saul because he has been fighting for his life this entire game. He might have had a week or two, especially that week when he couldn't be voted out. He might have had 2 weeks of feeling comfortable on the island, but I don't think Saul ever fairly got an opportunity to get his foot in the game because he started off being, it's either you or Aisha. Then it started off being him, but here comes Genevieve, want to make a big move. Then it was going to be him again, but who they end up putting it on? Rome got to run in his mouth. He never really got to have an alliance. He was constantly just being told what to do. Like, I feel bad for Saul. I really wanted to see Saul get his footing because he was starting to make something with, I saved you, let's do something. Like, he was starting to make some good moves. Genevieve done pissed off Teeny. I don't know if Teeny's going to be mad enough to want to get Genevieve out. But this is the key part of the episode, y'all. Then we're going to talk about who I think has a good chance and who has no chance. This is a key part of why I feel like Genevieve messed up her game. When Sue said, you have to convince Gabe, if you can convince Gabe, then we'll do it. You would think it'd be easier to pull this move off if Sue went to Gabe, you know, the one that she's number 1, number 2 with outside of Caroline, you know, Sue was the one who's like, look, I was talking to Genevieve, and I think it's a really good plan for us to go ahead and get out Saul. We go ahead and weaken the red team. Nobody knows about the Rachel thing yet, but, you know, I don't understand why it had to be Genevieve, because the blue team, they want the blood. They just don't want it on their hands. They don't want to seem like the ones running the game. And then here comes Gabe with his master speech. Everyone's gonna know this is your move, right? This is all you. You're gathering this thing. You running it. You're running this move. This is all you. So all the dirt goes on you, Genevieve. Everyone's washing their hands. They're like, yeah, we voted, but it was Genevieve's idea. Genevieve was the one who said you want shit Saul and shout out Rome. You know. And it's something about New School Survivor where as soon as someone gets one line on their resume, they tell it, you got to go. As soon as somebody knows, like, she was the one who kind of led getting Saul out, she going to be hard to beat at the, you got to go. And Gabe made it very clear, this was your move. This is your line on the resume. Everybody in the confessionals was like, Genevieve came up with this. We thought Genevieve was just out here getting a suntan. We didn't know Genevieve was out here really playing the game. So now it's like, yeah, we don't let you get your line, girl. So now you can go ahead and get behind Sam and Kyle. Your ass is going to the jury. Go ahead and get in line for the jury because that's where you're going. And that was a great move on Gabe's behalf, because if it wasn't for Gabe, Saul wouldn't go nowhere, because Gabe said blue is doing Saul. If Gabe didn't say blue for Saul, then Genevieve is just out there talking and mad and being petty. She doesn't have the numbers. But, you know, Saul said, yeah. I mean, Gabe said, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get Saul out, but that's your resume. We ain't really had nothing to do with it. Yeah, we're going to give you the numbers, but we don't want no credit for that. That's all you. And he said it loud, Genevieve, this is all you gathering the troops for Saul. Good luck, girl. Survivor, I like New School Survivor. Gabe threw her entirely under the bus without her even noticing. Like, she wants the credit. Like, yeah, this is me. Like, girl, you not realizing that you signing your own ticket up out of here. You standing in the line to get snuffed. And you right, Zuda, she doesn't even realize it. She's enjoying the moment. She's in all of the feels of, yeah, this is me. Because even at the end, she's like, I can't believe I pulled that shit off. I can't either. I can't believe you did it to yourself. So let's start at the bottom, who I think will not or cannot win this game. I don't think Genevieve will win, because I think Genevieve is in that line for the cut list. You don't have an idol. You don't have any advantages. You just lost a number. Saul was going to be red. If nothing else, Saul would have at least had you and Teeny's back off of red alone. And you just cut a number. So now you up against Gabe and his troops, who was just doing that to be doing it. And Sam, Andy, and Rachel. And you just seen Rachel don't give a damn what you do for her. She gonna do what she want to do. So Rachel can't be trusted. Sam and Andy are beefing. Girl, I think you shot. And now Teeny mad at you. Yeah, Genevieve's not winning the game. Who else is in the not winning the game category for me? Because really anybody can win it. I don't think Sam is winning the game. I think Sam is on the short list of sitting on the jury. Sam could slide by if Genevieve, Teeny, Gabe, Kyle, like if blue and red start taking shots at each other, like we got to get out Gabe, we got to get out Kyle. Teeny might be on board for getting out Genevieve. Like Sam might can skate by, but I don't think so. He would have to start winning some of these immunities. Who else? I kind of feel like I want to say Sue and Caroline are at the bottom of my they not winning this game, because it depends on what Sue does with the idol. Like right now, I can see Sue using the idol on Gabe. I can see Sue using the idol on Caroline. Like I need Sue to do something big with her idol. I need Sue, because the only person that knows about it is Caroline, to hold on to that idol to be able to do something big. But I think Caroline will snake you, girl. But other than that, Sue is on this revenge, because you saw the super trailer, not the super trailer, but the trailer for next week. Sue wants Kyle out. Because Sue said Kyle 50 times in that trailer, I have the feeling that Kyle isn't going home. Kyle is safe next week because Sue said his name too many times. But Sue hates Kyle. She doesn't have her eye on the prize. It's like, girl, Kyle voted for you episode 1, didn't he? Episode 1? Girl, we on episode 15 and you ain't over it. You done seen everybody get sliced and diced and you still worried about Kyle voting for you episode 1. So I don't think Sue has her eye on the prize. Now, it's a couple of people that I think are just in the middle, like Rachel. It kind of depends on what Rachel does. Teeny, I would put Teeny below Rachel, because I kind of feel like Teeny is only getting in where she fit in. I don't see anybody really embracing Teeny. I think Kyle is another one. I feel like he's on that short list of going home. But I also feel like even if Kyle doesn't go home, like say, even if Kyle is sitting in the final tribal council and he win every necklace all the way to the end, I don't think that's enough for him to win the game. Because outside of him winning necklaces, people are telling him how to vote. He's not coming up with any ideas or any strategy. At the top of my list is Gabe. Gabe could go on an immunity stretch as well. He's running the Blue Tribe. If he finds out about Sue's idol, it's probably over. He's probably going to win the game. Yeah, Kyle, nobody's voting for Kyle. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even consider him a threat. Like, I would let him win all of the immunities and then we just keep voting out, because he helping you vote out the people that really need to go. Yes, Sam isn't winning. Gabe is at the top of my list. Andy is at the top of my list, right? Andy, you need Andy to lose. I see how I'll be reading stuff all the way at first. Put that back down. No, Dejan. I need Andy to win. I feel like Andy is not respected right now. Right now. People think he's a doofus. I don't know what they think about Andy, but they don't respect him. He's probably just socially awkward, like I say every week. But I love Andy. And if you listen to Andy in the confessionals, he is strategically aligning himself to make moves. He's not the loudest one in the circle about the move, but he's aligning himself to where he has a resume. He just writing it in very light pencil. Like Genevieve is writing hers in a thick, permanent black magic marker. Andy is kind of sketching out his resume in a pencil so you can barely see it. I think Andy is a great speaker, especially when you're asking him questions, because in those confessionals, that's people asking a question and then he's giving the answer. I think Andy could be dangerous at the final tribal council. And I think after he explains his game, he could turn people to vote for him, because he isn't making people hate him. He's kind of like, he's goofy Andy and he's here. So people don't hate him. And I think once they really get to hear him speak, like how we hear him speak in the confessionals, I think Andy has a strong case to win the game. And there's somebody else that I think has a strong case to win the game. Nobody on, not Rachel. I already said Gabe from Blue. Did I say Caroline? I think Caroline is kind of sneaky like an Andy too. I think I'm gonna put Caroline more at the top because I think if anything, Caroline will cut Sue and her idol like at the final 6. Be like, bitch, you thought you was gonna get an idol on me? I think Caroline is a snake and will give us what we need. But that's right now the 3 people I have at the top for winners: Gabe, Andy, Caroline. Yeah. I don't see it for nobody else right now. But anyway, even though there's only 4 guys left, I still get a male winner vibe from this season. I just named 2 or 3, 2 out of my 3 picks. Gabe and Andy. Gabe and Andy. He is winning a story for sure. Yeah, I'm going to blow up on the first episode to a power player slowly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, y'all, is it time? Because, oh yes, I ran out of thoughts right on time. It's 6:45. I'm getting ready to start up the challenge. I have a few people to read on the challenge, but they ain't really do nothing on the challenge. A lot of repetitive scenes. But if you care about the challenge, stay right here. You'll get whooshed into the next live. I will be starting up the challenge in 30 seconds. My schedule for next week is the same. It's secure. So we'll be back Thursday night for the next episode of Survivor. I really can't see what happens next Thursday because I think next week sets the tone for the end game. And I just can't see how things are going to shape out. Please like the video, comment if you're in the rewatch gang, subscribe if you're new. I love all of the support and I will holler at y'all later. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.